Hello, hello, and welcome to the A Bubbly Life show. Oh my goodness. So today we are actually doing this out and about. We are on our way to SeaWorld in San Diego because, our anniversary is coming up on Tuesday. And I don't know. I was just like, SeaWorld seems like a fun thing to do. I don't know. Let's go see my spirit animals because I'm a big water kind of person. I like my energy just like raises in the water. And I have since heard that my spirit animals, like, I've always known that like dolphins and I are like tight, but like sea lions and seals are supposedly another one of my spirit animals. So we're on a mission to go find some because every time I go to the beach, I do not see any. So we're gonna try to like make it happen. Ooh, we are on what is this, the 5, and I can like see the water. It's so close yet so far away. But anyways, today I want to talk to you about being your own guru. Mm. And so, how we can be our own guru, we can define that word as well, and all of that good stuff. And I hope you're having a beautiful day. If this is the first time that you've ever interacted with me or getting to know me, I'm Tiara, aka T, the Wine Diva, and I run a community called A Bubbly Life. And the focus of this community, the focus of this podcast, live podcast broadcast, is that we want to help you just find your purpose, live in your purpose, bring more joy and freedom into your life so that can ripple out into the world. Because, when we are joyful, when we have more fun, when we feel more free, when we're feeling good, we can't help but like go into the world showing how good we feel, and we have more compassion for one another. So it's just, the overall idea is that through behaving in such a way that we are creating happiness for ourselves, we end up creating happiness for each other. And it's like creating heaven on earth. Rosalie says, "Hi, Tiara. Yes, love seals and sea lions. We have lots around here. That is awesome." And then you can see my lovely driver here. This is my boyfriend Justin, and or Shaft, as we're gonna call him today, with the sunglasses. I can't even. But anyways, so let's get talking. So let's first define the word guru. What is a guru? What does a guru mean to you? I'm interested to hear it. For me, the word guru is like it's like a teacher, right? A teacher, a guide, a sensei, maestro, right? Someone that you trust, someone that's been there before you, someone who is helping you along your journey to get to where you want to go. And I did say like been there before you in a way to mean that like they've worked through very similar things already. I am very much a person when it comes to looking for coaches, looking for collaborators, looking for people that I want to work with, especially if I'm going to trust them to like, teach me how to get to where I want to go. I want to know that they've like been at least somewhere remotely near what I'm wanting to achieve. I understand that like I have huge goals, like Oprah Winfrey level goals, and I don't have access to Oprah right now to like be able to ask her how she did what she did. But I do have access to amazing people who can share like, what they've done, that they're further than I am, at least, in their journey, and they can share their knowledge and their expertise, which is super beautiful. When I think of guru, I think of that awful film Love Guru starring Mike Myers. I've never seen that movie, but I'm sure, thank you. I'm sure Mike Myers is kind of a crazy person. Well, not crazy. Crazy is not the right word. He is something else. And thank you for the compliment on my hair. I appreciate it. Yes, Rosalie. So like when I think of the word guru, I think of the film. It's like on Netflix, and it's like Tony Robbins regardless of what your feelings on Tony Robbins are. And it's like, I am not your guru. And it's taught, and it's like a documentary on the big, uh, um, there's like breakout sessions and all of that stuff, which I would love to be able to do one day. Like that is definitely in my like periphery of like places I want to go, wanting to speak on stage and give advice and inspiration and all of that good stuff. But with saying that, the idea of I am not your guru, I do totally connect with. I align with that because we are our own gurus. I think so often, and I think part of society has taught us that we need to rely on other people. We need to go to other people for advice or for guidance for whatever. And we have kind of systematically been taught to like not trust ourselves. Like we're not trusted. If you're like religious, you're supposed to go to the church and you're supposed to go to your pastor or minister or pope or priest, that's the other word I was looking for guidance on your holy journey, your Christian journey. I grew up in a Christian household, so that's the like mentality that I think of. The example, like we're not necessarily trusted to interpret the Bible ourselves. We have to have someone else who's been through like theology school to tell us what it means and to interpret it for us. But I'm like, bruh, most of us at this point have gone to school. I know myself and Justin, we both went to college. I think I can read a book, right? I think I can read a book. I think I have a little bit of like cognitive sense. I can do some thinking on my own, right? And I think you could do the same thing, right? So being able to trust in yourself and not necessarily having to seek out other people in order to figure out what you want out of life. Because at the end of the day, no one can really tell you what you want, what your goals are. They can tell you what they think that you should be doing, but is that really necessarily the quote unquote right thing for you? It might be like if they're asking you really good leading questions that really provoke your thoughts so you can get connected with yourself, and then you end up kind of coming up with an idea that, yeah, sure, someone else can help you figure out what you want to do. But if someone's like, you need to be a lawyer, when really all you've ever wanted to do was to like, I don't know, be a Dallas cheerleader, cowgirl, like cheerleader, maybe they're not the right person, right? So that's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about being able to discern for yourself what really feels good to you. What do you really want to do with your life? Where do you really want to go? And then trusting that you are making the right decisions for you. You are making the right decisions. And yes, we can have people along the way that can help guide us and help inspire us and help give us more tools and resources to reach where we want to go. But we don't necessarily like need someone else to tell us exactly what to do all day, every day. As we get older, as we like step into an adulthood, a part of being an adult is being free, right? It's our independence, right? So we no longer need to have our hands held. And I think that is something super important for us to, as a society, to start teaching, is that like, yes, not only do we become adults and we have to like go off and start paying our own bills and like find this 9 to 5 whatever, teaching that like it doesn't necessarily have to look like a 9 to 5. It can look like whatever it is that best fits who you are and what you want to do and your desires. And it might not be like the mainstream thing, right? Making your income might not be a mainstream thing, but as long as it's legal and it's not hurting anybody, like I am totally down to help kind of figure out those ways, help pave the ways as myself being an entrepreneur and like figuring out and starting a bubbly life and all of that. It's been such an amazing journey. And I do say that like for me, one of the things I did, and people make fun of me for it all the time, because I worked for so many different things out of college, from going to Italy and teaching in like camp and like teaching English camp, to doing school picture day, to being like a marketing executive person, to being I don't know, like working for what is khaki? I don't know, government contractor. There you go. Like all of these different things. I've had so many different positions and jobs, but you know what? I realized from hopping from one job to another that like, you know, what didn't fit for me, what I did like, what I didn't like. And I also learned that it's okay. Like while previously I feel like the older generations are used to like you find that one job and you stay there for like the next 50 years and then you get your retirement check and then you go off and live in retirement bliss off of your social security, and that's when you get to travel. One, I am a believer that like we need to enjoy life in the present, right? We need to enjoy life now. You don't know what's going to happen in the future, so if you have the finances to travel now, do it. If you have the spaciousness in your schedule to, you know, go to see Broadway shows, mind you, not like during COVID, but like, you know, whenever we have this freedom and this spaciousness, if you have the ability to do so, do it now. There's no need to like wait to like enjoy life. And that's always been my mindset of like, why do I have to wait until this particular point in time to enjoy my life? Why shouldn't life be enjoyed as we are currently living it? Why are we pushing so hard right now so we can like enjoy later on in life? I think we need to enjoy now. And one of the biggest shifts for me is I've had this belief, like my mantra growing up was like, I do what I have to do so I could do what I want to do. And I have definitely switched that because why am I, it perpetuates this idea that I have to push now and work hard and like do all this stuff so I can have some gratification a little bit later. And that doesn't feel good. That no longer feels good to me. And maybe it feels good to you, but it does not feel good to me. And what feels good to me is like, all right, what can I do that I enjoy like right now that I can do on a regular basis all day, every day, that can earn me an income, but also like make an impact for the world. That's what feels good for me. Yes. And it's not going to be this immediate thing of like, oh, I started my own business and now I'm making like 6 figures or 7 figures, 10, 11, whatever figures you're going for. Giving yourself the spaciousness to know that it's not an instant gratification thing. That is something that I've had a great conversation with a lot of amazing people that I'm collaborating with recently, is this idea that instant gratification, like society, network marketing. I've been a network marketer and I totally get it. And like, you know, while I might enjoy my products, the business model isn't something that I'm completely aligned with anymore. And the whole idea is based upon, the whole system is based upon an instant gratification. If you do this, and that, you should potentially earn a trip or a car or do this thing. But it also shows, like, creates a space because it doesn't allow for the fact that some people might not have the network that they need, or they might not have the ability to go to college. They might not have all of these other resources that other people have. And society says, if you do X, Y, and Z, you will have the white picket fence and the 2-story house and the 2.5 kids. But that's not everyone's story, right? That's not what everyone is like, you know, stepping into or working into. So you've got to figure out for yourself what feels good for you. We can't trust that everyone and anybody out here in the world is going to have your best intentions and your best self in mind. We've got Justin yawning back here. He's totally down for this conversation. We've been in traffic for a while. I get it. We're gonna be for a while. Look at that. It is just stopped out there. That is so fun. But you know what? That gives you more time with you. Yes. Yeah, you can't necessarily trust that someone else is going to have your best interest in mind. And with that, who's going to have your best interest in mind but yourself? Maybe your mom and your dad. Maybe not everybody is blessed with like beautiful, amazing, wonderful parents. I know I was, but like, you know, that's not everybody's story. Again, so what is your story? What is your story? What do you want to be remembered for? What do you want to reflect on when you think about like your life and you're, you know, getting a little morbid here, but like you're laying on your deathbed? What do you want to like look back and think about, right? And like, what do you want to make sure that you've achieved when you're in that space? When you are like, you know, teetering back and forth between this realm and the next, like what do you want to have achieved and amassed over your lifetime? Do you want to have this like the story of I worked hard and like pushed myself and I like, blood, sweat, and tears for however many odd years, and then I got like a couple of years of bliss? Or do you want to have the story of like, I had so much joy, fun, and freedom throughout my life, and I got to experience so many amazing things. Anything that I set my mind to, I was able to like bring into my life. Does that sound better for you? Because if that sounds better for you, that's exactly on the path that I want. And I want amassing what I call a soul family inside the Bubbly Life community, so we can help each other and lean on each other as we each figure out what's our journey, what's our purpose, what's all of the things that we want to do, and so we can help support one another. So I invite you to join us in the Bubbly Life Facebook community. As of right now, it is still $11.11 a month to be a part of it, but as of April 2nd, it is going to go up to $22 a month. And I do foresee like down in the future it continuing to raise as we bring in more people, as we bring in more like not gurus, coaches, and people that are living the bubbly life to share their experiences and tips and coaching and all of that good stuff. So you can take that information, you can grocery shop the information that you are receiving and figure out what fits well for you, and then like put that into practice. Yes, because let's be real, I'm not making any promises of creating this perfect idealistic life for you. You have to create it for yourself. Okay, I feel like a lot of times when we talk to coaches and we like see other people and they're talking about, oh, you can do and you can manifest and you can whatever through all of these laws of the universe, they say all these things and they make all these promises, but they forget to say that you have to do the quote unquote work. And the work doesn't have to be hard. It can be very easeful. It's whatever you want to choose it to be, whatever you want to experience. And that's a whole nother conversation we can have inside of Bubbly Life in terms of like how we want to experience different things. But really, like, you can do whatever it is that you want to do, and you can like be what you want to be, but you have to be willing and open to do the work, and you have to trust yourself that you are worthy and enough and have the power and the magic within you to achieve whatever it is that you are going for. So with all that said, I want to say, be your own guru. I'm inviting you to be your own guru. I'm telling you to learn to trust yourself and connect with yourself and understand yourself. And of course, if we want to talk a little bit more about this inside the Bubbly Life community, we're totally down for that. I love you and I support you, and I hope you are doing amazing things out wherever you are. Mwah. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for listening. Have a beautiful, beautiful rest of your day.